now embark upon another uncharted system. What game will we play next? It's time to learn. So join me with your sheets. We'll roll the dice and
As we go once more under the roll, my friends. Once more under the roll. As we go once more under the roll, my friends. Once more under the roll.
Once more unto the roll, my friend. Once more unto the roll. Oh, that's going to be stuck in my head forever now. Thanks to our good friends at RPG Major for writing us such a great little song. I'm going to end up posting it everywhere because it's just phenomenal and I love it. And it's a freaking earworm. I know I just said it a couple episodes ago, but seriously, go give these guys a listen. If you liked our Brindlewood-based stuff, you'll really love what they're doing. Cozy mysteries with musical talents, and honestly, it's probably some of the best exposure to the Genesis system that you're ever going to get as a potentially TT-curious individual. Check them out, rpgmajor.com. Cozy, comfy, surprisingly emotional at times. It's great. Now let's get back to Valstair. Welcome once more unto the roll.
Welcome back to Onto the Roll, everybody. I'm your host, Tony. For the foreseeable future of Daggerheart, I'll be sitting in the seat. And clockwise from me is Chris.
Hi.
Maddie.
hello.
Frank.
Hello.
And Cole.
That's me.
So, a little bit of a background on where we ended last time. Our great adventurers made their way into the Atraus family manor for the gala that happens just about every year. It was attacked by forces that are unknown yet to them. Some stuff went down. They are currently being held in the main hall, surrounded by guards, where Vale and Milo are trying to plead to Chowman, which is Papa Atraus. I don't know if I ever said his first name, but his first name is Chowman.
Chowman
Atraus.
You two are in that treasure room with a bunch of guards, right?
They currently are.
We sure are. We're not even aware of Vale or whatever is going on downstairs.
Okay, so as we ended on the last session, it was Milo who had spoken up and announced that you were all part of the bid for the king to figure out how to end attacks just like these on the borders. And the Atraus family would know about these attacks. However, they're also very secluded in the sense that they live in their big city. They're far enough away from it that they don't really see any of it. And now this has just come to them. So they're freaking out a little bit. That's why there's guards around you. That's why Atraus wanted to just outright kill you. Milo was trying to make that plea for you guys so that we don't just die right now.
Vale was just standing there with the tablet, though, right?
Vale had the tablet because she is the one that grabbed it from upstairs. So what you guys see is after Milo makes that plea, Atraus's wife comes up to him, whispers in his ear, and he kind of just slumps down in his big chair. You know, he's a big Jabba the Hutt looking guy, slumps down and kind of just turns away from everybody, and she steps forward. You two who killed the beast upstairs, what are your names? Your real names.
Real names.
Yeah.
Are we doing real names?
I think we're doing real names.
Yeah. Okay.
My name is Moonfang.
Moonfang and
Hi, I'm Betsy.
Betsy. I like your nails.
Oh, thank you
She
very much.
Wiggles her little ribbity fingers around.
Ooh, look at those sparkles.
You two have done a great service. Guards, please stand down. And you see the guards kind of lower the weapons, and they still really don't know what's going on, but they're being told to stand down, so they're backing up a little bit. Milo, is it? And Milo kind of perks up, and she looks to Mrs. Atraus. She goes, yes. Do you accept our offer to take the tablet to the king?" She looks at her and says, "Only with payment." When she says that, she signals the guards who bring you two downstairs, Urutak and Kilgore. So they bring you down. So now you guys are with the group as well. Mrs. Atrouse looks to you all and says, "You may bring the tablet to the king for something of equal value. You don't have to provide it now, but just know you will be in debt to the Atrouse family."
Hello, I'm curious. What do you consider to be equal value?
That will be determined on your delivery.
I can do nails really well. And basically, if I give you that, it's like a voucher that it's basically the same as this tablet probably. For life. Nails for life. As long as I'm around or anyone in my family that does nails, you could have like a free voucher. It's like a barter system. It's common.
She kind of eyes you, and being a ribbit, she doesn't necessarily have nails, but she looks at her fingers and she kind of says, "I might take you up on that offer, but not for this specific transaction."
Gotcha. You're missing out.
Mrs. Atrouse speaks up again. "When this is all through, you will return here with an appropriate payment. Again, this is a debt to the Atrouse family. It is not to be taken lightly. My husband, while he may be the one of imposing force and looks to be the head of the Atrouse family, it is really the matrons who run it." And you could see the husband just kind of like grumbling in the back, like, "Well, she put me in the corner." Oh.
Yeah, I get it because it's like the man is the head, but the woman is the neck, and it directs the head on where to go.
She just smirks up at you.
I got that from a folk tale called My Big Fat. My Big Fat. Give me a place.
Big fat and a deer wedding.
My Big Fat and a Deer Wedding. Yeah, My Big Fat and a Deer Wedding. It's such a good folk tale.
She perks up at that and says, "You may be on your way with one more promise. Do tell me of that folktale when you return."
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I have a slight concern that I would like to bring up with you, if you don't mind.
Yes, and she kind of sits back down in her chair.
Okay, so you are demanding payment for the tablet. However, might we remind you that we did slay a beast that inevitably would have killed many of your guests and nobles from the land? It would have destroyed the Atrouse reputation forever. How is that not payment enough? Preserving your legacy and reputation? Surely that is worth the tablet alone.
She looks at you as she sits back down and just says, "The Atrouse family did not get to where they were without spilling blood. Yours would be just another drop in the pool."
Wouldn't you be worried, though, that the local rags will go around calling this the atrocity that it really is? That's...
Sorry.
Oh my God.
Moonfang genuinely laughs so hard at what you just said.
Oh my God. And this is why they're a wordsmith.
It's a pleasure to be in the presence of this.
Honestly, it's greatness.
Milo just kind of sneers at you, and Vale is kind of just staring blankly. Milo says, "If they are letting us leave, we should." And she starts to lead you guys out of the main hall.
When a woman makes up her mind, it's hard to change it.
As you guys are walking out, you hear Mrs. Atrouse once again call out to you guys, "Payment will be due when you return. Remember." And
That was ominous, I gotta say.
What if we just never return?
I think they'll collect payment somehow.
But she said, when we return.
You think this is like a legally binding contract? And you found the loophole?
Yes.
Gotcha.
so as you guys are walking out, Milo turns to you all and asks, "Do you have a way out of the city?"
Yes, there's a person in a boat waiting for us, correct?
There was, yeah?
Okay, perfect. I remembered.
Vale, with the tablet still in hand, just goes, "Yes, man should still be waiting for us. We should make our way there now before the Atrouse change their minds." And so you guys make your way back. You pass back through the red district. You don't really come across anything that affects you anyway. And when you get to the ferry again, you see Man still sitting there, waiting patiently as ever in his dung beetle-like shell of a fairy that he is. And he just nods to Vale, and Vale nods back, and you guys hop on that ferry, and we head back to the hut where you guys are more than likely to change.
I mean, it's just a different color, so I'll just keep wearing what I got on.
Urutak changes so fast. I'm tearing off no regard for buttons or clasps or zips, just ripping it open like, sorry guys, you're going to get an eye full of naked fawn for a second as I'm scrambling around to get all my furs back on.
Oh, my bug eyes. Oh, no.
I put my shield in front of Betsy. She can't see.
I never get used to it.
Wait a second. We see him naked all the time doing his little darkness, lightness, darkness, little peekaboo with the moon, and I take off
Don't
my
you
clothes
defile my prayer.
But it's so celestial when he does it.
Mine's just natural, okay? That covers up somewhat shamefully.
So as you guys are chaining back in, Milo sees you, Urutak, putting on your mask, and she kind of looks at you like she might know of your people. She has a sense of familiarity about you, but you're not sure why. And she doesn't pursue it. She just has that look. Vale is eyeing your staff.
Do we
And-
notice that too? Like Vale eyeing.
You know what? Make a presence check. Yeah, everyone can make one if they want.
9 with fear.
Ooh,
Will that be presence or instinct?
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant instinct. This is what I meant.
Sorry if anyone's
sorry.
rolls get lower.
Yeah.
8 with fear.
He just wanted everyone to roll so he could get a bunch of fear points. I'm
18 with fear.
18 with fear.
9. Well, no, it's 15 with hope.
8 with fear. 10 with fear, but still.
This is great.
I got a hope.
Okay. So you all notice that Vale looks towards the staff. It looks like she's just kind of admiring it. But Kilgore and Moonfang, you both notice that what she's actually looking at is the stick that is on the very top of the staff itself. It's kind of wedged in there, or it looks like it's part of the staff. And she's very much eyeing that piece. And again, you don't necessarily know why, but that's what she's looking at.
Can I kind of step in front of her line of sight in front of Urutak?
Yeah.
And I'm so close to Urutak. He's staring at my staring at my stomach.
Hello, Moonfang.
Look down at him and I'm like, Vale's eyeing your staff.
I guess I could open up my furs again if that is not that staff.
No, not that staff. The stick on top is what she's looking at.
Oh. And she has this tablet. Well, the stick on top of my staff. I call it the Splinter of Hope. It's a druid artifact that we pass down, and when we leave the druid's circle, you can use some magic to meld it into the staff. I don't really know what it does. It makes everything feel a little more empowered, but it is an artifact of the Oakfire Circle.
Okay.
There are some stories associated with it. But she wanted an ancient tablet. Now she's looking at my staff. I'm certain the two are connected. Did anybody hear what the tablet was called?
Yeah, it is the Tablet of Wellwater.
Excuse me? The Tablet of Wellwasser?
Yes.
Ah.
We can talk about it later.
We are going to.
There's
I do not.
so
If
many.
she is looking at if she has the tablet and she's looking at my staff, I don't want to discuss this in front of her.
Okay. I turn around and act so casual, like nothing happened.
Vale saw you step in front of Urutak.
Oh, yeah, it's very obvious,
Yeah.
but I turn around and I'm just
but
like
she-
looking at my shield.
she just kind of snaps out of her little trance that she was in, and she just goes, "We should leave as soon as we can." Milo, do you have a way to get us to the king quickly? Milo, who's been standing just outside, kind of peeks her head back in, and yes, I do, as a matter of fact. I have a transport waiting for us. They were only expecting me and my, and she kind of does air quotes and says, husband, but I think we can accommodate all of you. And so you guys step out, and she leads you some ways down to where her transport would have been. Now, we're going to do a little bit of a jump here, just because getting to the capital city is going to take about 4 or 5 days. Montage time. Now, there are a few things in Daggerheart that you can do during downtime. This is technically going to be considered a long rest because it's going to take a little bit. So you can start projects. You can do certain things like that. Because we're going to be traveling, if you want, you can maybe try to find out some information through a couple of the towns that we passed through. If you choose to do any of that, it'll just be a roll, and we'll zone in on that moment for a minute, and then we'll pull back out and continue on. You guys can also interact with each other if there's anything that you guys wanted to discuss or do or talk about.
During the travel, would there be a point where like the four of us could kind of gather and like talk about Urutak's situation with the staff and stuff?
Yeah, if
without being like overheard.
Yeah, I would say that you guys could probably camp away from Vale and Milo, and the transport itself is literally just Milo. Her husband did not show up, but it's her and then a few like carriagemen who were leading the horses and stuff, and that's how you guys are getting there. But you can definitely camp away from them if you wanted to, just for a night or whatever.
You guys want to do that?
I think we have to.
Yeah. Urutak, I think you should probably tell us about what's going on.
And I don't know. So there are some stories in the Oakfire Circle about artifacts that were used to defeat and catalog and carry on the stories of how Dremen was defeated. And the Tablet of Elvasser contained a small folk tale from our original tribes when we were still in the mountains before we came down to the marine woods about a creature known as Montagnon.
Can you spell that?
I can only spell very basic words. Our tradition is mostly oral. So if you want me to spell colors like rot or grün, I can do that. But Montagnon, nah. No, there is no way.
Mountain lion?
Monseigneur.
Montagnon? Oh, we are doing this bit again. Montagnon.
Mountain. Moonfang has a blank mind right now. He's just repeating the word mountain.
But it was the person, the original form that Dremen presented himself to the Lokash tribe before we became the Oakfire Circle. And that is supposedly one of the weaknesses he had that helped the heroes defeat him way back in the day.
Okay. So if I remember right, and this is news for y'all because we haven't talked about it yet, Vale said she was part of Troth of the Fallen, and they believe in demons.
Well, Dremen is known to have been a demon of sorts, a very almost deity-powered, almost a god more than a demon. And it took the 3 chosen heroes to come into his home and defeat him. And it saved the world from being devoured and destroyed.
I wonder if she's trying to hide that information.
Well, the other thing is, so the Splinter of Hope, to give you the actual background you need, I need to actually call it by its real name, which is less inspiring, because in the Druid tongue, it is the Nasbarmast, which basically just means the wet tree branch.
The what?
The wet tree
The wet
branch.
tree branch.
There were a lot of fires and corruption when Dreiman first appeared. And there was one tree that did not burn because it was very moist. And so we have a fragment from that was carried by one of the original 3 heroes and has found its way into the safekeeping of the Oakfire Circle. So Fail is, I think, collecting artifacts. And with this monster that showed up, that is an amalgamation of beasts that is tainted by Draiman's corruption, I am beginning to fear that he may be coming back, or she maybe she is trying to bring him back with the artifacts that were used to defeat him. I do not know, but it is not. People seeking all the artifacts from the Tales of Legend does not bode well with me.
I think in any case, she has to be helping that cause if she's wanting this tablet so badly that has some sort of, what was it?
That it has the
information about.
Oh, it's some of the old legends and things that that were used as knowledge to help defeat Draiman's
weakness. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
His weaknesses and vulnerabilities.
I think she's just trying to hide it so no one can find out.
Either way, I would not trust her any more than, well, I don't know. I would say I don't trust her farther than I can throw her, but she's actually very small. I bet we could throw her pretty far.
Oh, I bet I could throw her very far.
I bet you could throw her all the way to the sun.
Damn.
I'm going to
Probably true.
spend a fear and jump in here real quick. As you guys are talking, you hear like a frustration, just like like you are so annoying. And you can tell it's Vale just screaming. And it may be something new to you guys because from what you know, she's just a young elf who hasn't actually raised her voice. And then you hear Milo speaking up and say, "You cannot treat an artifact like that the way you are." And then you hear footsteps as Vale kind of runs off and she kind of tosses it into your direction, the tablet.
Oh, I run to pick it up, or I fly to pick it up.
Okay.
I believe that I can read it, right?
It's ancient enough to where you might be able to translate it if that's what you want to do, like on this little trip.
So like keywords and phrases.
Yeah, you'd be able to translate some of it because this is a language that isn't necessarily studied by anybody. It's not necessarily a language as much as it is like a imprinted presence on an object. But it does leave marks, and people have attempted to translate things of the nature that they find. But you could try.
All Nadia to me. Thank you. That was a delayed reaction.
So Betty flies it over. Betty, bring that to me. Let me.
Well, I want to hide it first. I don't know if they're looking for it.
I have a coat pocket right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I hide it.
Vale isn't. She's
Okay.
off.
Okay.
She's frustrated. So a couple more days go by. We're doing more camping. You guys maybe stop in a town. You get some actual bed rest.
While we're traveling, some of my experience is bodyguard.
Yeah.
And so I'm like really kind of making sure that Urutak and Kilgore are always like I'm always near them in case something happens.
Yeah.
Also, how often can we change our experiences?
I mean, probably maybe not like mid-session, but we can change them right now if you would like.
So, thing about Urutak's mask that I didn't get into in session 0 is all of Urutak's people in the Oakfire Circle have wooden masks that they wear. And they all have a burn mark on the forehead and then various burn marks around the masks. Basically, it's a tapestry of their mistakes that they've lived and learned lessons from.
Mm-hmm.
So the one on the forehead that they all have is because way back in the Oakfire Circle, Dremon presented himself as a benevolent god. They bought into that lore and thought he was a good guy, went all in on like being pro-Dremon. Turns out he was awful. So they all take that as like, here's our first lesson that we learn is don't buy into that again. Urutak has another one on his cheek that he hasn't told you the story of. And I believe while we're traveling, he's going to put another one on his mask because we took too long to save the Qatari maids. But I would like to change my experience, if I could, to be basically something about the mask where he can take a +2 if it's tied to one of the burn mark lessons that he's learned.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that'd be good.
That'd be pretty cool,
So-
actually. Yeah, I will let you. Yeah, you can change that.
Cool.
I won't say that as a cost.
I do have one armor
Okay.
marked, so I'll repair it.
Yeah, you
one of
can
the nights.
repair it. That's
Okay.
fine. And then, did you have? Okay, cool. So on the last night that you guys are traveling, you can see the capital city of Zenith in the distance. You guys stop, and Vale is kind of waiting around, and she waits for Kilgore to not necessarily be out on his own, but for a moment that she can approach him. She approaches you in a way that kind of leaves it in your ballpark. If you want to approach her back, you can tell that maybe she's a little bit nervous.
Yes, Kilgore will notice that she's a little nervous and kind of looking to talk to him. But before he does, I guess I'm standing probably by like a tree, or I'm in this little area, and I see kind of like a little nook in the tree, and I just kind of like fake stretch my arms out, and I take the tablet and I just kind of tuck it into the tree so I don't have it on me when I'm walking up to her, and then I just kind of put my arms behind my back and go, that was very pleasant. What can I do for you, Vale? As I walk up to her.
A couple of nights ago, you may have overheard a heated argument. Were you, by chance, aware of what I lost?
I can't say that I am. We all lose something sometimes. Did you lose a bit of yourself? Is that what you're saying? That during that fight you lost a bit of yourself out of maybe saying something you didn't mean to say? Because I've lost myself that way many a time. My words sometimes get in my way.
Not necessarily. And she's kind of like, what is this guy talking about? It was mostly an item. I know it's still with us. I just don't know who has it. You are a wise man, correct?
I wouldn't say no to someone calling me that, but I'm pretty sure that my mycelial family might not agree, but that's a different conversation for a different day.
If you end up translating some of it, will you share it with me?
I suppose I could. Would it bother you if I if whatever we're talking about and I found it and I translated it, if it was a gazpacho recipe, would you be okay with that?
I just want to know what it says.
I'll keep that in mind. If I find whatever it is that has gone missing that might need to be translated, I'm not sure that I follow completely, but I'll keep my little eyes focused and ready in case I need to do anything of the sort of translating that you have mentioned in the future. Is there anything else? Do you need any self-esteem boosting?
Make an instinct roll for me real quick.
Why couldn't it be presence? That would be 13 with fear.
Okay. You only had to beat a 10. So with that, you can tell that she wants to approach you more and like ask more questions and kind of wants to be next to you. And it almost feels like she wants to attach herself to like a family almost. She looks a little scared, but she kind of just looks at you, nods, and walks away.
As she walks away, I call out to her. Now remember, Vale, don't keep things in front of your face. You need to move that so you can see.
She looks back and just, thank you, Kilgore, and walks back off. With that, you, later that night, Ooh, it's a paper.
Passing notes.
You managed to translate partially what you could and what the tablet says.
Gather round, my friends.
Is it your mama jokes?
We can save that for tomorrow. So, first, Vale approached me and was very curious about an item that she lost, and I feigned ignorance and didn't let her know that I was actually translating this, though I'm pretty sure she knew. She made pretty clear that she knew, and I don't think I fooled her very well, but I tried. I at least confused her a little bit. Anyway, so I've done some translating of this tablet, and all I can make out, there's a lot of words that I can't read, but what I can see is it says, in this part right here, up near the top, it says eyes. A little bit longer, we have slumber. Then we have shield, father, flesh, blood, and bear. B-A-R-E, not the animal, my friend Urutak.
Alex, the classic druid band spearheaded by Cataniuli, the Bare Naked Men.
Same.
The big hit that they had, the one time period, that was a very good one. I really appreciated that one. It's been one time period. It was a real banger.
Cataniuli is an idiot.
Okay, so you guys have that partial translation, and now you guys go to bed, wake up the next morning, and you guys are in the city of Zenith. This is the capital of Zenith, and the city of Zenith are one and the same. It's a very big city. As you guys arrive, pass through the city, there are tons of people. No inch has gone uncovered by a person's touch. You guys pass through farmland on the outskirts, and on the inner city, there's obviously noblemen and everything. And Milo is leading you guys to the main castle to go have an audience with the king. As you guys approach, you can see a line of people outside who are just kind of waiting, and Milo is walking straight past all of them, leading you guys in. When you guys get into the main chamber, there's even more people. Milo turns to all of you and says, "Wait here. I need to attend to someone. You will be seeing the king shortly. Please stand off to the side over here." And she kind of points to a spot through the main doors, and you can see the king. He's up at the top, and it's like almost not necessarily the middle of the room, but like people can like see you, and you guys are just kind of standing there in this big like throne room. And I need you all to make a check real quick. We'll do what's it called? I think it's like a fate roll or something. In Daggerheart, you can choose to do just a roll, but I want you guys to use your instinct. I need you to roll just one of your die, hope or fear. It doesn't matter. Nobody will gain hope. Nobody will gain fear on this.
Okay.
6.
Plus instinct, 10 for me.
4.
10 for me.
Okay, so as you guys are sitting in there, you can tell that the crowd is kind of not necessarily rowdy, but they're impatient. You can see the king up there who's taking one person at a time. That person is walking up, making a plea of some sorts or relaying something to the king, and that person will leave and another one will come up with the guards. To the left of the king, you all see something that you maybe wouldn't have seen before. I would think that Urutak has probably maybe seen them in the sky or knows a lot about them. And then you being a bard, Kilgore, you would have heard of them too. But it's a Valor, which is a winged beast, almost like a griffin of sorts. They are usually pure white, emanating a glowing aura of sorts. And this one isn't quite as luscious as the stories you've heard, but it's sitting next to the king lazily. And so with your rolls, this is what you would have noticed.
Ooh, we all get a different one?
You all get a different one.
Ooh.
Maddie may or may not be making a decision right now on what she might want to do. Go ahead and read that for real quick for everyone.
Oh, sure. You see an agitated man in the line. With your roguish knowledge, you can sense he has a weapon and is eyeing the Valor. You may act subtly to handle it without disturbing the room or act boldly. Yeah. I'm going to try and just like kind of fly away from the group a little bit and head to this man that I see.
Can you make a finesse roll for me?
19 with hope.
With that, you start flying over, and the man instantly clocks that somebody's moving towards him. And he starts,
I just have like a big smile on my face.
Yeah, he starts to kind of shift uneasily, and one of the guards picks up on you kind of fluttering over to him. He looks at you and he kind of like is puzzled and gives you a look of like, are you okay? And is everything okay?
Oh, I just kind of like waved the guard off.
He stands down, and that man that you were approaching continues to fidget.
I try and approach him.
He seems to settle down a little bit as you get closer to him, but you can tell that he's ready to go. And he looks at you and he says, "What do you want?"
Oh, I just want to know. I'm trying to be like quiet. I just want to know, what are you doing? Because you seem very sketchy and that's sort of my thing. And I just want to know what's going on because I like to know things. I'm a little bit of a gossip, but you can tell me.
Whoa, who told you I'd be here? Where? What? I need to see the king. Why are you? And he starts to kind of just get a little bit rowdy, and people start turning around.
Calm down. We're all friends here. And I'd like to use my we're all friends here ability. And I think that's what it's called. Friends all. We're friends. It's fine. It's just you're being a bit fidgety. So if you have a plan, maybe calm down, bud.
You don't understand that what I'm here for is we need it to return back to what it was, and that'll do it. That'll do it for me. And he's pointing to the Valor.
Okay, so instead of being vague, let's just start with your name.
It's Draken. Draken's my name.
Draken? Okay. And Draken, you were being a bit vague there. So what do you got to do to this bird thing?
The Valor. The Valor is it's something that we need. And he starts getting louder and louder, and the guards start picking up on this.
Shush, shush,
and
shush, 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 shush.
I also turn and like look over because he's causing a scene, right?
Yeah, he's starting to cause a scene, but the guards pick up on this and they see what you're trying to do. They can tell that you're trying to calm him down. So they walk over and they say, "Ma'am, is this man bothering you?"
Oh, no, we're friends, right? I forgot his name already. Durkin?
Draken.
Draken.
Yeah, Draken.
Me and Durkin are fine.
Okay, so then he just kind of nods to you and backs down. He starts to calm down a little bit. He's looking at the guards that are also kind of next to him. He says, I'll leave. And he turns around and he walks out.
What did you want?
When he turns around and leaves, the guards kind of look to you again and they go, what was he pointing at?
He just saw something shiny. Just really thought he liked it.
Okay. And they walk off.
I'm flying back and I'm like, that Draken.
I think the Valor there. I've never seen one that looks so. Well, it's lost its lustrousness. It's no longer shiny or radiant like they usually are. I think it is sick. I think that they are supposed to be very magical, elegant creatures, and I'm not detecting as much magic from it. It must be dwindling, and this is not good.
Well, that guy that was like freaking out in line, he was like, I need the fucking bird. In so many words. It's what I got. It was the vibe. He was like, I need it. It was kind of like he was like an addict to something. I don't know.
As you guys are discussing that, you clock one of the guards, go up to the king and whisper something to him. And the king stands and he announces to the entire room, my patrons, that will be enough for today. I do not have time anymore to hear your pleas. I will hold another one of these in the coming days. Please get here as early as you can. That way I may address my kingdom and its people as needed. Thank you for your time, and the guards will see you out. So everyone has started to leave. The king stands up, and he goes, you four over there, please approach. I've been told that you are here to assist in the matters at hand in our world. And he clasps his hand behind his back, and he's very regal. He's trying to push his presence. You know, he's a king, and he's walking back and forth. Can you please tell me what became of the artifact?
We live in a magical world with lots of artifacts. Be a little more specific, could you? We surely have come across several artifacts. What is most on your mind?
He turns around and whispers something to his guard, and his guard turns around and kind of waves over, and Milo comes up, and he goes, Milo, these are the ones you were with, correct? And she looks at him and says, yes, your majesty, they are the ones that helped obtain the tablet. We are missing one. And he turns to Milo and he goes, yes, I know, Vale. She's around somewhere. And he takes a seat, and you can almost see that his high-standing manner almost melts away. And he puts his hand down, and he's just, listen, I understand that you might not be fully on board with this. Milo has lied to you for good reasons, and I see you somehow know Vale. Will you please tell me where the tablet is?
What has Milo lied to us about?
And he turns to Milo, and she kind of perks up and smiles and says, I don't know what they're talking about. I told them who I was. I told them that I was working with you. And when she says that, another man walks out, and this guy is in not really priestly garbs, but it's very much like religious kind of uniform, very fancy looking, but very modest at the same time. And she goes, oh, Kolnor, I think I may have told them that you were my husband. And he sighs and just goes, yes, I know that happens quite a bit. And then he takes his place next to the king. And the king looks at all of you and says, this may not be making much sense, but I assure you that these two are here to help. They're with me as much as I loathe them.
So is this like a polyamory situation?
He kind of sighs again, and Milo looks over at the king and just kind of smiles, and he brushes it off because he's very clearly over their shit. No, it is not a polyamory thing. Can someone please go find Vale? And one of the guards just kind of rushes off.
So I've been kind of like looking at the valor while we've been up here, and I just haven't been paying attention. So I just turn my head and go, Your Majesty, your valor, is it okay if I go over to it?
When you say that, some of the guards kind of perk up, and he looks at you and says, why would you need to see my valor?
I just currently am feeling a strong connection to it, and it keeps looking at me, and my goddess is the goddess of wilderness, and I'd like to look at this majestic beast.
He turns to Milo and whispers something, and she whispers back, and they both kind of nod, and goes, you may approach, but be wary. She has been sick for some time.
Okay, thank you. So I'll go over there, and I'm absolutely taking like the top part of my robe off as I like sit cross-legged next to it. And I'm going to kind of like pray to my God a little bit while I'm kind of looking at this valor. Yeah. Not fully naked. Little mumbles here and there, and just like kind of trying to connect with this valor.
As you walk over, you hear another voice pick up, small, frail elf. They're the Church of the Winged Light, and we don't necessarily care what they have to say. And you see Vale walking up. Let's make another instinct check real quick. Okay.
15 with fear.
I will, once per long rest, change that to a roll with hope.
Okay.
Yeah, as you're praying, I'm kind of feeling that you're making me really have to question my like atheist ways.
It's called my hallowed aura. So as I'm like praying, and my like aura kind of like pulses some or whatever.
So Vale is walking up, and you collectively as a group can kind of clock that she's not necessarily the same elf that you were traveling with, or the one that gave you the mission to begin with. She seems a little off kilter. And that's really all you can sense.
It's still her.
It's still her. She's just a little off.
She's drunk.
So she walks up and she goes, the Church of the Winged Light, they're going to tell you to go and discover more and find more. And all they want is to find. And that's all they'll ever tell you to do. But with me, you'll at least understand why we're doing it. And Milo looks at her and kind of sneers. And the king goes, please, stop. Just hear me out. And she looks up at the king and lets herself just roll. Continue. So the king looks up at you and says, listen, I have somebody that I believe can translate the tablet. We need it in order to understand what is going on at the borders. You may not understand, but the treaty that we have with Nadir is hanging in the balance of these attacks stopping, and I would greatly like to continue what I have built and bring our nations together.
I think we need to trade, right? Because we need something.
So you want to give them the tablets and ask for something in return?
The translation, maybe. We need something in return, right?
Well, I mean, we are talking to the king of Zenith, right? Maybe he can just give us a bunch of gold or something to bring back to the Atras family?
I don't know that they care much. I mean, if you give a billionaire $100, you think they're really going to care?
I mean, maybe we just give them a magical security system so that nobody, what do you get for the man who has everything? A security system. That is a more druid humor for you. But yes, maybe we get them some magical runes or something so that people can't sneak into the house and turn our maids into a fleshy abomination that tries to kill everybody. And then you kill the abomination, you get no thanks, and you get threatened and kicked out the door.
And then I slowly look towards the king.
My liege, it seems that we have a bit of a kerfuffle to manage here. See, we can't give you the tablet, because if we do, then our heads will be cut off by the Atraus family. They have forced us into a debt that neither of us agreed to, but on basically what I perceived at the moment as threat of life, we had to just kind of nod and walk away and accept it, thanks to Vale and Milo kind of throwing us under the bus there a little bit and not letting us negotiate. Oh, the Atraus family is so terrifying. So if we give you the tablet, we will die. And we're not big fans of that. My friend here is thinking maybe you could give us lots of gold, which might potentially pay off the debt. My other friend over here has a reasonable point that if you have a lot of money, money means nothing to you. So what would you, in your position, if you demanded something and gave someone an unknown debt of unpredictable amount, what would be the thing that you would want? And then give that to us. And then maybe we can find the tablet and give it to you. The alternative is the people are going to keep fleeing their homes at the edge of town and just... You're just going to end up losing more and more ground. And I don't know what else to do. We're stuck in a hard position here, just like you. But again, I cannot give you the tablet unless you can secure our not dying.
Your Majesty, what my very verbose mushroom friend is trying to say is, can you deal with the Atras family for us?
Listen, I can do whatever you need, but the tablet of Wellwater, and Vale interjects at this point. She goes, the tablet is not for you. It is for us.
It is for the Oak Fire Circle, but I will share.
What? The Oak Fire Circle? The people in the woods?
Yeah, and you are people in the cities.
I do not live in a city. And you can see she's kind of like swaying at this point now, but she gets really, really red. I don't live in a city. I live where I'm told to live because all I do is fetch for the people that tell me to fetch, and I am done. The tablet, and the king interjects, you weren't even supposed to be at the party, Vale. Why were you even there? Who are these people that decided they wanted to tag along with you? And Milo is also there trying to calm everyone down because now this is getting out of hand. Meanwhile, that's happening. You are praying to, or not praying to, you're praying with it, right?
What I kind of want to do with this as well is as I do all of this, I'd like to use my sparing touch, which is I can touch a creature and clear 2 hit points or 2 stress from them.
What would that be? I'll let you decide. What would you like to roll? Instinct or knowledge?
Instinct.
Instinct?
I'd like to spend a hope to use my experience as a healer
Okay.
to add to that as well.
Well, you can use that as flavor, but I will let you roll with advantage. It's a DC 25.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Do you have your prayer dice?
I do have my prayer dice. Okay, so that is a 20 with fear, but I'm going to change it to a roll with hope with my unbound.
Didn't you just do that with?
I did. That was my class, my ancestry with Aetherus.
Oh.
This is my freeborn ability.
Oh man, look at you. Wow. Stacking up hope.
This is why nobody plays with divination.
Just saying. Okay, so D6. That's a 4. And you said a 25?
Yeah.
So I'll add 3 from a prayer dice.
God. Okay.
So a 27
With hope.
with hope.
27 with hope. Okay, so while that's going on, you're sitting there and you're praying with this.
Did you add your 1 from the...
28 with. Oh, I didn't need to use my prayer
You
dice
didn't,
then.
no.
I hit
You would've hit
25 if I add my instinct. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, you keep your prayer down. That's fine.
Yeah.
So
But I have it.
you
Use it.
you're praying with this beast next
Yeah.
to you, and as you're praying, it slowly comes up to you and touches its forehead to yours, and boom, snap, you're not there anymore. Your mind is in a almost dark-filled night sky, stars twinkling everywhere. The floor beneath you is gone, and you are standing on shimmering darkness. And the Valor is there with you, and it looks even sicker than it does in person. And it bows to you again.
I'll bow back.
It looks up at you and starts walking off into the distance, and it looks back at you and then continues walking again.
I follow, for sure.
Okay. So as you follow it, what you're seeing is a kind of melding of different points in time. You can hear distant echoes of a battle going on, and you're not quite sure what it is. I need you to make a knowledge check again. This will be a DC 10.
Okay. 17 with hope.
Okay. You pick up on that noise, and the Valor notices that you pick up on it as well. You start walking towards that direction.
Okay.
And what you see is a window that is letting you peer into hundreds of years ago to the battle where our 3 heroes fell to Dremon. And you can hear Father Ryan and his sacrifice to his friends. And with one last stand, he takes that final blow, and part of his carapace shell breaks off, and the Valor looks at it, and its beak kind of moves towards that piece, and the vision fades.
Okay. I guess I'm just like sitting there in shock for a while.
Yeah.
I don't quite know what to do. So I'm just kind of staring at the Valor.
The Valor's it turns to you, and it's staring intently. I need you to make a instinct check.
Okay.
Wait, give me 1 second. 15. You gotta beat a 15.
I'll spend a prayer dice to make it a 16, but it's a roll with fear.
Okay, so the Valor, as it's looking at you, you can feel that it is trying to imprint a feeling into you, and a word. And that word is shield, but what it's feeling is immense fear.
Okay.
And you can tell that fear is not necessarily coming from the place that shield is at, but the thing that was inside of that area.
Oh.
And it is terrified.
When I saw the vision, did I only see Father Ryan, or did I see like what they were fighting?
You saw, you maybe not made out everything, but you saw Father Ryan, and you saw his friends that were near him that fell with him.
Yeah.
But you didn't necessarily see what was there fighting them.
Okay.
But you might have a sense. This is maybe not common knowledge, but you know that you know somebody that would know what that may have been.
Okay.
After that Valor imprints that to you, it snaps back out. And you're sitting there, and the Valor's looking at you and turns away and lays its head back down.
Damn. Okay.
And that's where we're going to end our episode.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So that was a little bit of traveling, a little bit of arguing with the king and everyone.
A lot of polyamory.
A lot of polyamory. We're going to get to the bottom of who's sleeping with who in the next episode.
The bottoms.
The bottom of the bottoms. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up with Maddie, who so graciously is giving us her presence for these next few sessions. Would you like to plug your pluggables, as Cole likes to say?
Yeah, I'll plug Bunk Improv at Bunk Improv, and then I have a new troupe. And that also has a social media, and that's See You Next Time. So their social media is at SYNT Improv.
Okay.
Both of those, and then you can see me live.
Yeah. Make sure you grab follows, subscriptions, whatever it is that Maddie needs for you to grab. Go ahead and do that for her. And go ahead and follow us on all of our socials. Instagram, Blue Sky, and Facebook, maybe? Who uses Facebook anymore? I don't know. Anyway, we will see you guys next time on
Onto the Roll!
The tablet is the tablet.
Ein bitte Velvase.
Velvasa.
Velvase.
Ja.
The tablet. Ja.
Ja.
This is very good.
I
Very
couldn't
good.
help it when you said that. It was And then the whole time, whenever something was like happening, and we were like, "Oh, there's Kristen Wiig in SNL where she had a character that was like, oh my gosh," and like I just wanted to do that so much during that whole episode.
Amazing.
I'm just so friggin' excited.
As we go once more onto the As we go once more onto